Welcome home. We're proud to have you back.
Proud indeed. The fears have given way to flag waving. The wait is over. Mason City's 1133rd Transportation Company is home. Good evening. I'm Chris Nielsen.
And I'm Mark Garay. To the cheers of thousands of well-wishers, the 1133rd made its way into the National Guard Armory around noon today. The event was highlighted by the presence of such luminaries as Governor Terry Branstad, as you saw, and officials from the Iowa National Guard. John Wilson begins our coverage with the unit on the road before its entrance into the Guard Armory.
Jerry, you can help.
After 8.5 months away, the 1133rd rolled across the border into Iowa this morning with signs and people waiting to say thank you all across the interstate. We caught up with the troops as they left the buses outside of Clear Lake and loaded onto Army trucks for a memorable drive into Mason City. The excitement of the end of a long journey home was beginning to set in.
I can't believe this moment has come. It looks like this is it, you know. In a few minutes we're going to be home, and it's just a wonderful feeling. I'm glad to be home.
When the soldiers saw several hundred cheering North Iowans at the edge of the interstate several miles from Mason City, they felt the appreciation of a job well done.
You can't expect what such feeling we have right now. I mean, I'm just full of goosebumps. I mean, this is the greatest feeling that we were looking forward to, and I'm glad it's happening.
As the cheers poured on for miles, the soldiers began to realize how important the support from family and friends was during their time away.
The family and the community is the most important part of any unit. And the family here has just overwhelmingly supported us 100%. And the community, I don't think they could have done any more than what they've done.
After nearly 20 minutes of cheers, tears, and thank yous, the convoy of trucks pushed into Mason City, and the soldiers set eyes on the huge homecoming crowd.
Phenomenal. That's all I can say. Phenomenal. Yeah. Speechless other than that.
You think this day would ever come when you were pulling away from the Armory 9 months ago?
Never.
Feels good?
Oh, wonderful.
My voice 2 days ago, I can't say much.
Good to be back, though.
It's great to be back. These people here are amazing. Michael, talk to your people.
I'd like to thank these people for such a warm reception.
The trucks finally rolled down the Armory driveway 250 days after the 1133rd left Mason City. The joy of the soldiers and the cheers of the crowd made the last few miles of a long journey home a time no one will soon forget. On the road with the 1133rd in Mason City, John Wilson, Eyewitness News.
33rd hadn't seen their loved ones for nearly 9 long months, and this was a special time for reunions.
I'm glad to be home. Feels a lot better.
A lot better?
A lot better.
After the long-awaited greetings, the soldiers, their families, friends, and all who turned out for the celebration filed into the Armory for the final leg of their long journey. The traditional dismissal ceremony included some warm welcomes from several state and local dignitaries.
As your governor, I am proud to express the heartfelt support and appreciation of the people of the entire state of Iowa. Your state is proud of you. Lord knows your community is proud of you. Our Guard is proud of you. Your family is greatly proud of you. And I will tell you that we're all here to say welcome back to these green, green fields of Iowa that we call home.
Besides expressing gratitude for a job well done, Lawson commended the community's strong show of support for the 1133rd. With their dismissal came this rousing cheer from these guardsmen who knew it was finally time to go and enjoy the sweet taste of home they remember so well.
Just to see these Guard members back together with their friends and family just sums up what this day has been all about. Having the 1133rd back in Mason City, home where they belong. In Mason City, Dawn Abrahamson, Eyewitness News.
The 1133rd will be back on reserve status come Thursday.
Well, later, he was reunited with his sister, Army Specialist Melinda Oakes, at the Mason City Airport. Family members greeted Melinda after she spent nearly 8 months in Saudi Arabia, 1 month less than her brother Daniel.
It's very rewarding. It was nice because he was over there just shortly after I was, and it was surprising that we'd both be coming home at the same time.
Family members agreed with both Melinda and Daniel that the war is good to have over. For now, though, Melinda just wants to relax for a while and get reacquainted with her family.
An incredible event today, something
definitely.
I don't think anybody will ever forget. For all of you who were out at the Armory and cooperated with us, we appreciate it, and welcome back to all the troops.
Right, couldn't said it any better, Mark. Coming up next in weather, the sunny skies may
stick around. I'm Jim Grayway. Dawn has the night off. Well, it's been a couple of months since Mason City's 1133rd National Guard unit returned from Saudi Arabia. After a very warm welcome home from their fellow North Iowans, it was time for the 1133rd to get back to business today. Eyewitness News reporter Brian Mastery reports on the unit's first drill since returning home.
The echoing sound of a National Guard troop on a Saturday morning. Just as soon as each soldier falls in, the memories of the Persian Gulf War for this Mason City troop are everlasting.
Since you've had these experiences, you understand each other better, you know each other a lot better, and therefore you get along and you work a lot easier together because of what we went through.
This is the first post-war drill for the 1133rd Transportation Unit. The company spent 7 months in Saudi Arabia. After having 23 days to relax now, this troop is once again preparing for the future. Many believe their experience will now make them work harder and provide an example for the younger soldiers. Yet for some guards,
it seems like the whole thing's behind us now and everything's back to normal.
For most, the setting was more relaxed than usual, even in an atmosphere that joined together veterans of foreign war and National Guardsmen in an official flag raising at the Armory. In Mason City, I'm Brian Mastery for Eyewitness News.
An awards ceremony was also held this afternoon at the Armory. Patches and medals were handed out to the 1133rd members for various combat functions.